Hi CHATIME viewers, I'm your host Kumar for ChaHealth, and today with me we have Pamela von Hurst from Massey University, and we'll be talking about vitamin D. We will also look at the weight resistant workouts. Why are they so important for our bones and our strengthening? Welcome Pamela.
Hello Ela.
So Pamela, what is vitamin D?
Vitamin D is not really a vitamin. It's more like a hormone really. It's something that we make in our body and it carries messages around the body just like other hormones do. And it's a steroid hormone like estrogen and testosterone.
Why is vitamin D so important for our body?
We know that vitamin D is really important for bone health. We think that there are probably lots of other functions that vitamin D is critical for as well. And research over the last 20 years is starting to show that vitamin D is implicated in such things as type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular health, development of cancers, immune function, autoimmune disease. So there's lots of questions now starting to be asked about just how critical is it to make sure we have adequate vitamin D.
Can you explain to our viewers how can they get vitamin D and from where and how?
Really the only natural way to get vitamin D is through the effect of UVB light on your skin. So we manufacture it under the influence of sunshine essentially, so it's called the sunshine vitamin. There's tiny little amounts in food and only in very few foods, oily fish being one of the very few, so you really can't rely on dietary sources of vitamin D. You have to be getting either enough sun or you have to take supplements.
So the sun is free?
Sun is free and in New Zealand generally readily available. And in Auckland, even in the middle of the day in winter, there's still enough sun to make some vitamin D. But certainly through summer, there's plenty. Not much in food, so as I said, just oily fish. There's a little tiny bit in some spreads, you know, margarine type spreads, but others don't have any. And there's a little bit in some milks, but others, it's only if it's been added to food. So really, I would strongly advise that, that people who are at risk of being vitamin D deficient think seriously about vitamin D supplementation through winter. And it is available on prescription, so if your doctor is convinced that that you're likely to be vitamin D deficient, he can easily prescribe it. Right. And it's a 1 pill a month dose, so it's not difficult to take.
Pamela, with recent studies, there has been research to show South Asians are low in vitamin D. Why do you think this is the case?
Yes, we found in 2 studies that we've conducted over the last couple of years that with South Asian women, and I have no reason to suspect that men would really be that terribly different, that their vitamin D levels are very low, especially in winter. Partly I think this is because of skin colour, because the more melanin that you have in your skin, that acts like a natural sunscreen. And so it takes longer for people with darker skin to make vitamin D. But I think too there's a certain degree of sun avoidance, people not going out in the sun for various reasons.
Where can our viewers get more information if they would like to know how they can get vitamin D?
I hate to tell you, but there's not really very much information out there yet. You could Google vitamin D and see what comes up in terms of, there is a lot of media attention now, so you will see perhaps a lot of media commentary on research that's starting to emerge from around vitamin D. Other than that, there's a little bit of information for people with dark skin on getting enough sunshine to make vitamin D on the Cancer Society website. Otherwise, not very much.
So could you explain how it works with calcium, sun and vitamin D?
We all know that calcium is really important for bone health. And most Indian people actually get plenty of calcium in their diet from the studies that we've done and others have done. But without vitamin D, it doesn't matter how much calcium you're eating, you won't absorb it. So it doesn't get in, I guess is the best way of putting it. And so people can have quite high levels of dietary calcium, but low levels of vitamin D, and therefore their bone health is put at risk. It's compromised. There are basically, when I talk about the importance of bone health, I talk about it being a tripod with 3 legs. One leg is calcium, one leg is vitamin D, and the third leg is physical activity. And it's like any tripod, you take away one leg, it falls down.
Thank you, Pamela, for coming along. I'm sure our viewers have learned a lot more about vitamin D. So let's go and have a look at some weight-resistant workouts. Let's see what we can do with ourselves to increase our bone density. So you can go into your local gym, and if you're a member, you can use some of their weights they have amongst their own gym. Weight programs, weight-resistant workouts are really important to get stronger and work on them bones. So let's have a look at some of these exercises. Using the squat track for your legs. You can set up the lunge. Make sure you balance and make sure you control through the knee. Make sure you balance the amounts. Whatever you do on one side, you must do on the other side. For your shoulders. With a clean and press. You don't always have to use heavy weights with bars. You can use free weights within gyms. You've got your biceps. You've got your triceps. Got your arm raises. And lateral movements out to the side. External rotations. So that's all for ChaHealth today. Hope you carry on doing some exercises. Next week, I will show you more resistant workout using your own body weight. Carry on doing them exercises.